Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here. Today I'm bringing you guys another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video, and today I'm going to be doing an updated and revised run through the dungeon ranking event, the La Paina Coast. As you guys can see right here, my current rank is 16th, and my very hard score is currently 1,643,000, which is almost 300,000 points higher than it was before. I told you guys that we were going to figure out a better way to do this, as we normally do, and I got together with my good friend Kmeta, and we have been going together, who, by the way, is a free-to-play player who has a like a combat power level of almost 200,000. He is an amazing free-to-play player, and we collaborated on the first Mako Dungeon event, which was super fun together, and just kind of working together to figure out the best ways to do this. And so this current kind of guide that I have coming up for you guys right here in this video is, you know, currently our best run at it, and we've really refined it down as much as possible. So thank you, Kmeta. It's been super fun doing this. So let's get into it, and we will see how to make this happen. All right, so a couple changes have been made to the party. The first change to note is that we're bringing all summons, all fully built summons, or as much as you can. But basically, you're going to want to bring all the summons you can instead of the limit breaks. You don't even need Aerith's healing wave. You're just going to bring the summons, and this is going to be just like a full-blown DPS check as much as possible. Another thing to note is that I'm only bringing a circle sigil on Sephiroth. You only need one character with a circle sigil to actually break any of the boss's sigil phases. So the reason I put it on Sephiroth is because if you have the Dark Heavens, it has a circle sigil boost in the third slot. So this is going to make it so that he's taking down 5 every single time, which is even easier. Although if you don't have something that boosts circle sigils, you can still make do. So Kmeta actually verified that. So that being said, that opened up a lot of extra materia slots since I didn't need the circle sigils here. One thing that I definitely recommend is the Lightning Breach. You can get this from the Crisis medals. I think it's 1,000 medals for this. It's very worth it, especially in this dungeon. And then other than that, we're just bringing kind of like wind materia. So for Cloud, we have the Aurora Blow. For Aerith, we have Aurora. For Sephiroth, since he has Dark Heavens, I'm going to bring Thundara Blow, but if you don't have Dark Heavens, you can also run Sephiroth as a magic user, and you can just bring Wind Materia in that stead. And then also for Sephiroth, I am using Watera. This is just for stats. So basically any materia other than the Lightning Breach, other than the Circle Sigil, other than the Wind Materia for the characters that don't have a weapon with wind, and then the other two characters like Aerith and Sephiroth both have a lightning materia. So Sephiroth has Thundara Blow and Aerith has Thundara right here. And then last but not least on Cloud, we have Quakera Blow. This is just for stats. And then we have Water, which is also just for stats right here. So as you guys can see, you don't really need a bunch of stuff. So for the HP, I am running high HP on Cloud, but it just so happens to be that way. Everything is focused towards lightning potential, and then the Torn Wing for the attack and the physical defense. But you really only need about 4.7, 4.8k HP, maybe even like 4.6 to make this work. So you don't need to stack a lot of HP. You basically, the goal of this run is to do as much damage as fast as possible. As you guys will see that we're going to beat the Scorpion boss without him using the tail laser. We're going to beat the Air Buster without him using Tank Buster. We're going to beat the Zoo without him using Boisterous Howl. So we're just blitzing the shit out of these bosses, and this is how it's going to create that really high score. So here's the sub-weapons I have for Cloud. Going into Aerith, I'm running the Prism Rod, a little bit of wind potential. I have the Lifeguard Wraps for the extra healing, and then the Beach Parasol for the HP and the magic defense. Last but not least on Sephiroth, we have Apocalypse, we have the Aonibi, and then we have the Bald Eagle for the physical attack and for the little bit of ice potential that will affect Shiva. But this is the overall build that you guys want to be shooting for, somewhere in this realm, right? And that being said, let's get into the fight. And I will walk you through every single boss, exactly which path to take. The trance abilities, if you guys have seen my first video that I did, are not going to change very much. So actually, they're not going to change at all. We're going to choose all the same trance abilities. It's just the way we approach the bosses is going to be a little bit different. So you want to come over here, you want to trigger these ads, whatever you do, always trigger these ads first. All right, then I'm going to switch to Cloud right here, and I'm just going to make sure that at the end of this fight, he still has a lot of ATB left over so that I can take out the ads on the mole crawler really fast with Cloud at the beginning. All right, so I'm just going to let Cloud's ATB fill up. Everyone else can just do their thing. All right. Perfect. All right, so Cloud has full ATB gauges right now. You do want to switch to semi stance for this. I know in the first run I was on auto. I was basically manually playing on auto. Sorry about that. But for this one, you definitely want to be in semi just so that you can charge ATB in certain things. All right, so we're going to move across the bridge. The bridge will break as it usually does. Come over here, grab this chest. And then without anything else, just charge into this mole crawler fight. We're going to blitz this guy down so fast before he even uses Blazing Ray, just like the first time in the first video. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to target the ad, switch to Cloud. He's going to use Thunder Strike. He's going to immediately target the other ad, use Thunder Strike. We're going to switch back to Aerith. She's going to go straight into Lightning Breach. Alright, and then straight into Night Bloom. You can get a magic defense down on him with the Umbrella Rod, which will help Aerith's damage. So I'm just going to double debuff him right here. Alright, then we're just going to go straight back into the Lightning Breach. Make sure we keep that lightning down on him. And then you're basically just doing as much damage as you possibly can. Switch between the characters, keep the Lightning Breach up, Thundara when you can. Alright, so I'm going to Lightning Breach one more time. And for Cloud, we're just trying to get him to get off Ramuh, which is going to be after 2 more attacks. So for Cloud, I'm going to do, let's see, yeah, 1 more Thunder Strike. Right after this, he's going to get Ramuh, which we're going to trigger right now. And this is going to take down the mole crawler. So right when he started casting Blazing Ray. Ooh, very close. Alright, so a little bit slow. Fortunately, I wish I would have got the kill with Ramuh, but I think it's like, what, 4 seconds later than that? It should be good. The score you're looking for is like no lower than 64,000, but you can get anywhere between 64 and 69,000. So 65,000, great score for the first one right there. All right. So there's the mole crawler. First fight down, first stage down. Then we are going to go, you're going to choose the enhanced elemental attack for the wind potency. It's the second one right there. Waste no time, run over here. You're just going to get this treasure chest right here. So the pathing doesn't change at all. It's just the way in which we're going about the battles. Okay, so here comes the second one. For this fight, for this set of ads, we're going to stay on Aerith. I'm going to make sure that Aerith has as much ATB as possible at the end of this. Okay, and perfect. So Aerith has max ATB gauges because killing the Scorpion Sentinel without him using Tail Laser takes a little bit of finesse. So you want to have Aerith going into this with ATB gauges max if possible. And although we took out the ads on the mole crawler fight, that is the last boss fight that we're actually going to focus on the ads on until the very final fight. Alright, so right before here, you are going to want to use a Thunder Cocktail on Cloud. It's going to be the only Thunder Cocktail you use in the whole event, for at least this stage. Alright, then we're just going to charge into this right here. Like I said, you're going to completely ignore the ads, immediately go into Lightning Breach on the Scorpion Sentinel right here. Alright, we're going to Lightning Breach, then I'm going to immediately go into the Night Bloom right here. And we're going to debuff him as much as possible. Just get as much damage as you can, and right at the end, we are going to launch the summons. Okay, it's going to be close. All right, there's the summons. Hopefully that's enough to take him down. Boom, let's frickin' go. Oh, we didn't get off the Ifrit right there. All right, well, that works. So there you go. Like I said, we took down the Scorpion Sentinel without getting hit by the tail laser. This should be a pretty good score. 68,000, not bad at all, not bad at all. All right, from here, that was the second stage down. Now we're going to move on to the third boss. You are going to take the score boost. It's over here on the right, just like the first run. Make sure you grab this treasure chest on the way. Let me see what my HP is at. Everyone's looking pretty good. I'll probably have to heal at least once in this next fight. So you're going to come over here. We're just going to go straight into this fight. We are not going to focus the ads at all. Spend all of your time focused on the Airbuster. We're going to try and get Ramuh back up on Cloud, and then we're going to kill him before he does his Tank Buster. Okay, so I'm going to go into immediate Lightning Breach. Alright, and then Night Bloom. Oh, you can't actually debuff this guy. Alright, switch over to the stance. So you can't debuff this guy. I get confused a little bit on bosses sometimes. Alright, I am going to need a little bit of a heal. And let's see. And just full-blown damage right here, guys. I'm going to put back up the Lightning Breach right here. Sephiroth should be taking down the sigils. Alright, let's go. Just as much damage as you can possibly get. I'm going to end on the Judgment Bolt right here. Alright. And perfect. That went so smooth. Alright, so as you guys can see, we did not get hit by the Tank Buster at all right there. We skipped the tail laser. We're basically just blitz damaging everything down. 65,000, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. So for this trance ability, we are going to take the score boost right here with the magic defense down minus 40%. But unlike the first video I did, where we used the wisdom jellies to boost that magic defense back up, we're actually going to save those items. We're not going to use them at all. So let me just look at my HP. Okay, we're going to run straight into the fight against the zoo. Again, with this boss, ignore the ads. We're just going straight damage on him. If you need to heal with Aerith, do it. But just as quickly as you can, just start burning him down. Okay, so you can get a physical defense down on him. Alright. I am going to get a heal off right here. And we should be very close to taking him down. I'm just going to use the summons right here. Alright, the summons were not going to do very much to him at all. But we are going to get some nice little damage bonus right here. And then we just need one more hit, it looks like. And this guy is going to be basically done. Alright, so there is the fourth boss. As you guys can see, this is like so quick. Once you're like blitzing them, they're so much easier than if you take your time. And we haven't really had to worry about the circle sigils at all. We did get a 67,000 score right there. We haven't had to use any heals outside other than Kuraga's in battle. Alright, and lastly, you are going to take the score boost again. Alright, and then you're just going to run straight over to the final boss. We are going to Mega Elixir. You're going to use 2 arrow cocktails on your DPS carries. So it's going to be for me, Cloud, and Sephiroth. And then you're just going to go straight into the fight. One thing you want to note about this final fight is that the ads spawn intermittently throughout the fight, but we are only going to worry about taking down the first wave of ads. After the first wave of ads, we are going to just blitz the boss. Alright, an arrow cocktail on Cloud and Sephiroth. And the Mega Elixir, I could use a tent right here, but I do recommend the Mega Elixir because it does get all of your summons back up to full. So I do recommend that for sure. Alright, the first thing we're going to do right here is we're going to quickly debuff the boss, and then as soon as the ads pop, we're going to use all of the summons. All right, so we're going to Night Bloom with Aerith right here. The ads pop, boom, all the summons go down. So we are going to kill off the first wave of ads. So after the summons go, we're going to quickly switch over to the ads, take them down, and then after that, it's full-blown boss till the end of the fight. Just do as much damage as you possibly can. All right. All right, so taking down the first ad. There goes the second one. All right, then the next thing we're going to do is I'm just going to start debuffing down. As you can see, he has magic defense, physical defense up. I'm just going to slowly start withering those down and start turning those buffs into debuffs. All right, we are going to take his glacial breath here in a second. All right, so we're going to switch over to Sans for that. After this, he's going to summon ads. Like I said, ignore them completely. Keep on debuffing if you have the potential to do it, and just go full-blown damage. Alright, there's the defense down. As you can see, we're just eating him alive. I'm just going to keep on debuffing him right here. Sephiroth is going to just keep doing his thing. Don't even worry about the sigils. And then I'm just going to start auroraing with Aerith. We're not even going to worry about anything else. We're just doing full damage right now. And it should be over in 3, 2, 1, boom. And there is the final bonus boss, as if it's nothing. Totally burnt down. Don't even worry about the ads. Thank you, Kmeta. That was actually, he came up with that strategy right there. I would have never thought about that. 116,000, it's the best I've ever gotten on the final boss. So hopefully this run is the best one I've done. We'll see how it goes. Honestly, I would have never thought about doing that on the final boss, where you just burn it without taking down the ads, but it works so well for beating him right there. All right, so let's see what the final score is. And I beat my best possible score. So a score of 1,651,000. And which is a massive increase from the first video that I put out. This is going to greatly increase your chances of making it in the top 100 if you were able to somewhat follow this strategy. And like I said, my friend who I'm collaborating with is a free-to-play player, and he's basically using this exact same strategy. Even though he doesn't have Dark Heavens on Sephiroth, he's just using a magic materia, or a magic Sephiroth build with wind materia, and he's getting like very close to 1.6 million. So it's going to work pretty well, I would say. All right. Well, it looks like that's that. Let's see if my rank. So I did bring up my rank by 1 point. So I'm up to rank 15 in group ID number 1. So yeah, that's the overall strategy. Like I said, if you go down here, you go to the symbol enemy info, or you go to the map, you're just going to take the ads in the first part right here, get the chest, go to the mole crawler, take him out, go to the second area with the ads, leave Aerith's ATB up as high as possible, come to the Scorpion Sentinel, debuff it as quickly as possible, do as much damage, and then get off those summons, take them out before the tail laser. Don't forget to use the lightning or the thunder cocktail before the Scorpion right there. The air buster, don't even worry about it. Go straight into it. Only focus the bosses. Don't worry about the ads. Blitz them down as fast as possible like you saw in this video. And at the end, same thing with the final boss. It will get you a great score. It will give you a very high chance of making it into the top 100, even as a free-to-play player. So I want to thank my buddy Kmeta for collaborating with me on this. It's been really, really, really fun doing this together. And I hope that this video helps you guys make it into the top 100. You can get those extra materia synthesizer items. You can get the icon plate, which is always super cool. And honestly, I just love these events. I love that you can keep redoing them. You can keep tweaking it and making them better and just getting higher and higher and better scores. So that being said, I really hope this video helps you guys. I appreciate everyone who likes on these videos, comments on the videos, and who has subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you guys from the heart. So that being said, cheers, best of luck out there. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care and peace.